All right. We back with another one. Smith Cartel Channel. Y'all like and subscribe. I'm Hefe. I'll be your host today. So I've been waiting on this because I was watching the Conservative Twins. So this lady, she was asking I think it was abortion, anything about, she was asking a question about abortion. Okay. So she's an interviewer. She's interviewing people, and she interviews this, I don't know what you want to call it. It was a thing to me. The interviewer her, and this woman was literally talking about how she wanted to unalive children that are in foster care, no matter the age. She wanted to eradicate them. This woman was talking about eradicating people. Now, the first thing that I have to say is, everybody says that men are so evil and mean and we're the worst people in the world. That's funny to me. I don't see that. So I've always said it. Y'all seen my channel before, and I don't hold no punches. I don't pull no, the curtain's always pulled back so you can see it. And if you can say that a man is one of the evilest people in the world, and one of the most evil people in the world, then what does that make a woman? Because I've said it, a woman will unalive children. She will unalive a man. She will poison people. She will do different things. Heck, she'll lie to get somebody unalived. But you say that men are the evilest people. No, it's a deceitful nature. Okay? It's a deceitful nature. But at the end of the day, this kind of nature is called a ratchet woman. These are the people that really make it dangerous for other people, common folk, regular people, nice people, decent people to be able to live in society. This is what turns people into certain types of people. You can have a good person, real good, sweet person that turns into a savage because of people like this person who did this to this woman. Now, the interviewer, she's a very popular interviewer. She does a lot of interviews. Shout out to Poetic Flacco for finding the footage to find out we caught this thing. So we're going to watch it and we're going to dissect it. It's going to be a little bit touchy. Y'all might get a little upset because this woman, yeah, it's crazy.
They'll guide you through all the paperwork.
Viewer discretion, though, because it might upset some people because of the way she talks about children.
She was walking away dancing after successfully punching a street interviewer in the face.
There she go. There she go. The one with that weave, with all that weave in her hair. Yeah, look at her. Yeah. I hope she gets aggravated assault. Aggravated assault. And for no reason. They had to blur out a lot of it. Though. Her whole face is bloody.
Me in the face. We were just doing a street interview with my camera.
You just seen how much fun she was having. She was walking away, gyrating her hips, laughing, having a good old
talking
time.
Mess.
Just brutalizing.
Had that lady face. But that lady face was busted open.
Smile was very short-lived. And we got the update on the situation.
And it was all on camera.
If you guys didn't see the original video, the conversation went bad.
It's not better to give your baby up to a family who wants them instead of killing them?
Oh, ma'am. I have seen so many stories and countless, literally, like countless stories.
What happens in an abortion?
They literally suck the life out of you. They're gonna take the whole baby out. And as they should, because I shouldn't be a taxpayer paying child support and food stamps and WIC for women
should be a taxpayer paying for abortions?
Exactly. But as for a woman who didn't want the baby in the first place, that doesn't make sense to me. Don't ever sit here and lock yourself down with a man who already told you he doesn't want to be with you. He doesn't want to be with you. I'm not disagreeing with you either. I understand.
You don't get to kill the baby just because their dad didn't want them. Should we kill the kids in foster care?
Why not?
Yeah, I'm saying, you heard? Did you hear what she said?
This is the face of a content creator who know they got 1 million hits already, bro.
Yeah, no, they just blew up.
Who knows they about
just
to go
blew
viral.
Up. Just blew up.
Yo, she is happy as hell.
We should kill the kids in foster care that aren't wanted.
Who's gonna take care of them?
Now she's justifying what she just said.
Take children from
this woman said to eradicate
them,
to unalive
like personal slaves,
children in foster care.
This before you come to me talking about pro-life.
So you should kill the victims of.
I think, what does this have to do with?
You
just
said it.
mentioned people.
You brought it
children.
up.
We should kill the kids in foster care is what you said.
What I'm saying is in general.
See, she just
overall,
pointed out
if
what she
I don't wanna
said.
have a baby, I should have the choice to
Just don't have
the
sex
baby or
then.
not.
Just don't have sex.
That's not even logical.
It is.
What is it not logical?
you
What?
nasty
I
fucking
sound
nut.
dumb.
You
sound
do.
dumb as. Okay.
It does, because even as teens, people explore, and it's like as funny as you want to be,
well.
people
She
should
is
still have
really
the choice.
So you went
ignorant,
from saying that
smooth
my outfit
mind.
was really cute to saying I'm an effing idiot. That's so mean.
But I think that
You
your
did.
This is the
view
crazy
is
part. Y'all
very
see the
obstructed, and I
mental
think that
illness in
you
this
just
woman,
don't
right?
understand the magnitude of
You can tell, right?
having a child.
And she really
Yeah, well,
thinks she's
I'm
saying
not
something
the one who admitted
smart.
they would be okay with killing babies in foster
In
care and
foster
killing children
care.
that have been
That's
abused.
not the point. What I'm
Right there. There you go. You see it? You see it? You see what I'm saying? That's what happened. Now, hold on, because we got a video that I uploaded. I don't know if it went in yet. It's uploading. Where you had a panel of black women sitting around and they were all ratchet. And every one of them said, this was the one I was telling you about where black women get angry at black men for dating white women. They said that black men are the reason why black women are portrayed to be violent, loud, rude, obnoxious, and all of the above. Now, you just watch this. You've seen this. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. This is a perfect picture, perfect example of what you get, period. When you're talking to a person, this is an ignorant person, and you point out something to them that is a fact that they even said. And they realize when you, because people don't realize what they say because they're ignorant. So they just start talking. And I'm sorry to say this, but a lot of the time, 9 times out of 10 is women that do that. They just get talking. They don't hear what's going on. They just talking because they just want to be heard. But what happens is they tell on themselves, they say things that they shouldn't say because their emotions start taking over. So this woman was listening and she sat there and she repeated back what this woman said. Now this woman got a chance to actually hear what she said. But instead of listening to it and trying to fix it and clean it up, she doubled down. So she didn't look wrong, narcissistic. So then after she did that and she realized she was in a place where her back was against the wall, she came out and started fighting, swinging for no reason. And she was scared of the woman. That's why she hit her, because if she wasn't scared, she would have told her to square up. Instead, she sucker punched her and started swinging. That's a sign of fear. When you sucker punch somebody, that means you're trying to get the first hit off because you know you're going to lose. You got to at least get one hit because you're going to get beat, probably demolished. So that's why she did that. You know what I'm saying? And then she ran off. You see what I'm saying? It's all a scare tactic, you know? So that's what happened. But the thing is, though, you know, people say, oh, them women were saying black men are the reason why people portray black women that loud and obnoxious, all that. But this is the reason why, because they see it so much and so often. This is the reason why. There's a reason, and I'm going to point it out so y'all can understand it, because I know some of you smooth-brained individuals don't understand what I'm saying. You know, a lot of y'all go, it's racist now. No, I'm going to tell you something. There's a reason why, if you had a group of white guys who had all bald heads and tattoos standing outside of a car, and they was sitting outside the car and they was like, oh, and people saw them, they would associate them with what? Some kind of racist type of group. There's a reason why, if you see 12 black guys with their pants sagging, shiesty mask on, which is the ski mask, you know what I'm saying, big hoodies on and all that stuff out in the middle of summer, there's a reason why you look at them and say, oh, wait a minute. There's a reason why if you saw a bunch of Latinos in Dickie shorts and high ankle or calf socks and gangster Nikes and beaters, you know, some of them with fade, some of them with hair and tattoos. There's a reason why you're going to look at them and put them in a different, in a mindset of a perception. You're going to have a perception of them. There's a reason for that, because you see it often. More often than not, you see it. So when people say that black women are like this or that, it's because they see it. It's because they see it more often than not. And y'all can't blame everything on one person. Y'all need to go after the people who are portraying, who are having that, who are doing these things. They're doing this person. Y'all need to go after that person, jump on that person, and then say something about it. You can't go after the person who has a reaction to what people do. That's illogical. It doesn't make any sense. You know, it's like, oh, let's skip who did it. Let's just blame whoever they did it to. That's dumb. Ignorant. Whew. But I'm glad they got this woman because I was hot. She got a better husband than she got a better husband than me. I would have whooped.
She could no longer use her words to argue. I'm not sure for whatever reason. Maybe she was tongue-tied or she ran out of good points to make. But she decided to resort to the fist.
We'd have really went up. We'd have really went up.
Good old time, laughing about it, smiling, as if she certainly gotten away with it. Well, it was only a matter of time because when Savannah posted this clip, the clip went viral. Her face was plastered everywhere. She was eventually found. And Savannah would actually announce on her Instagram that NYPD had told her that Brianna has been arrested and she's been charged with assault. After walking away, laughing, smiling, having a good old time, gyrating her hips, seemingly thinking that she got away with brutalizing somebody for asking her questions.
High.
Brianna has now all of a sudden flipped the script. Apparently,
table dancing in that jail.
Victim.
Oh,
she's now the person that
would you look at that?
She's now the person that deserves redemption.
Make that make sense.
After being arrested and released,
she's the victim.
Brianna
Sound familiar?
Her social media pages to attack Savannah and go against the
I'm gonna do all of that
because
I'm the victim.
Wild, rude, unhinged, and violent person. Even though we've seen 4K evidence of such, she takes to her Facebook to offer up an apology that's not really an apology. So she goes to Savannah. I sincerely apologize, but cannot sit around and allow you to continue pushing this one-sided narrative. I understand hands being put on someone is never.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Ma'am. Okay. Ma'am. It was all recorded. The whole thing was recorded. We saw the whole thing. Literally, there was no cut between the time when you were talking to her, like when y'all at the end, when you were talking to her and you jumped in and you swung on her. Nothing justifies it. She never put her hands on you. This is the ignorance I'm talking about these people, man. These ignorant, ratchet, ghetto people don't understand. I'm talking about the ratchet ghetto people. I'm just talking about ghetto, ratchet people because they come in all different shapes and sizes. White, black, Asian, pink, purple, yellow, blue, green. They come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. But this is the mentality. The mentality is that they think that if they assault somebody, it's okay. That's not okay. And there's a consequence. There's a big consequence. You have to deal with it. You can't just be a victim. And it seems like every time a black woman does something to somebody, they become a victim all of a sudden. Every time, not even a black woman, because I don't want to say that, because some black women are very, very stoic and they're very smart. They understand the system. They understand what's going on. But the ratchet ones and the ghetto ones, the smooth-brained individuals, they just, unfortunately with them, for some odd reason, when they do these things, then they turn, it's always the same pattern. They do it, and they're always flaming hot when they do it. Then once they get caught, they turn and spin the narrative to be in that, oh, no, I didn't do that. I'm just a victim. I'm just a victim of this. This is just a victim of circumstances. No, you did this, and now you have to pay the price. There's no ifs and buts about it. You can't sit here and do something intentionally, cause harm or try to cause harm to people, try to cause different things to people, and then turn around and say, you know what? I want to redo. That's not how life works. But for some black women, they think that's how that works. For some women, they think that's how that works. I've seen video where the cop had the girl's boyfriend handcuffed because he had a warrant, 3 unaliving warrants, and they were putting his hands behind his back, and it's like 7 cops, and his girlfriend runs up and swings over him and hits the cop in the face. Then the cops put handcuffs on. She's like, don't take me to jail. You can't take me. What do you mean? You can't swing on anybody. You can't put your hands on anybody, because if you do, you got to be ready to take the consequences that come with it. You got to be ready to take those hits that's going to come behind it. My grandmother told me all the time, my abuelita, which is basically my mama, she said, do not hit a woman unless she puts herself in a man's place. If she puts herself in a man's place and hits you or does anything to you as if she's a man, then you treat her as such. So I'm going to let you know, if you come swinging off on me, don't think this is going to be no game. If any of you girls try to swing on me, I'm going to throw hands with you, okay? You going to know what Mike Tyson felt like in his prime. I'm not playing. I'm not going to sit here and let you assault me. I'm going to defend myself. And if the law corrects me, I don't know for sure, but I think it's like 3 hits. You get 3 swings, and y'all swing erratically, so you better count them. And after that, it's gonna be a knockout, drag out, and okey doke around. And I'm gonna tell you like this: I don't care about the gender stuff about this and that. We equal. Yeah, we gonna be equal, all right. We gonna be equal. Ooh, you gonna be equal, all right. When this big gorilla gets
Never
you.
the answer, but throwing rocks and hiding hands is worse. She knows the truth, and she needs to release the footage
but
in
don't
its entirety.
put your hands on me
Savannah
because you're
is
gonna
a
find out.
professional antagonist, not a
I wouldn't
reporter,
intentionally
and the
hit no
truth will
woman
be
at all,
told.
but if you do
So
something
then
to
she
me,
continues and claims that there's a video out there with 7 million views, making her out to be a child, unaliving monster. When she
you
knows
said
the
it.
truth.
You
She
said that.
railroaded me into all of this.
You
so,
said
again,
it.
No
How-
accountability whatsoever. But get
That's
this,
what I'm
okay?
saying. There's no
She
accountability.
starts a GoFundMe. The GoFundMe actually raised up to $11,000
What?
because people are actually supporting this chick.
Are
But
you
rightfully so,
serious?
the GoFundMe was stripped down.
I bet.
So she then came back on social media to complain about losing the $11,000 that she got essentially because she put hands on somebody. So she goes, Savannah has had her clan. Now, mind you, she used the word clan
A
because she's
clan?
race baiting. She goes,
Yeah.
Savannah has had her clan get together and report my GoFundMe page after being halfway to my goal. I've lost my job and I'm now facing legal issues, which the funding is all in support of. This matter is supposed to be dealt with in court, but this woman has been stalking my social media platforms to continue antagonizing and harassing me. It's
You
one thing to be
assaulted her.
upset about what was done about cyberbullying, stalking, doxing, are all very uncalled for. If you support her to do that, you don't have to tear me down in the process. I've been scrutinized enough, and she is still poking the bear. If you wish to donate again and get me to my goal, please contact me directly. Her trolls have taken this too far. I'm usually in the favor of let the legal system do its thing and let the justice system figures out who's guilty and who's not guilty.
Is crazy.
But if there's literal
And y'all
video
gave her
of the entire
$11,000.
incident and they're charging you with the assault,
Y'all, man.
what are we waiting?
Y'all gave her $11,000. Y'all gave her $11,000 and can't give me a like and subscribe. Turn on the bell for notifications. You know what I'm saying? Smith Cartel Channel. FA. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Y'all can't give me that. Y'all gave her $11,000 to GoFundMe. I'm going to go cry on GoFundMe. I'm going to spray myself and you know? I'm going to at least get $2.50. I ain't playing. Y'all going to give me $2.50. I'm going to get something on that GoFundMe. My goal is $5. I'm just saying, man. Shoot, y'all better give me $2.50. I'm come fire y'all.
Waiting for, right? Like, if
Yeah,
they're
big my
charging for
head
hitting
is,
this
man.
woman,
Come on.
what are we waiting for? We watched you do it in 4K.
This is crazy.
At this point, bro, we just waiting for you
This
to go
is
to court to get
crazy.
found guilty. There's no way you take this to trial. You literally punched this woman in 4K and made her bleed from her head. You deserve whatever is coming your way. Now, after her GoFundMe got taken down, after it became very apparent, that she's not getting any money from GoFundMe, she then takes to her live stream to explain why she's the victim and Savannah is apparently not as innocent.
At Action Behavior Centers, we provide personalized ABA therapy for
That
children
white
with
girl got some
autism
good hair.
aged 2 to
That white
8.
girl got some good hair. Look at that hair.
She wants us to believe.
She got some good hair.
I'm very upset that I allowed
This one, Nate,
to
she got
railroad me
all
into
this
becoming
weave.
so
Hold
angry.
on. Look at her hair. This is not her hair. This is the question. I get it. I get that y'all want to delusionalize your lives. I get that. This is called, delusional vision. I get the delusional vision, okay? Do your homework on delusional vision. But the thing is, though, that ain't your hair. If you got in a fight right now, that would come off and you would turn into somebody else. And I'm just saying, the thing is, without that hair, is that a barrette? Is that a damn barrette in her hair? Is she 12? She acted like she was 6. What my grandmama, my old lady used to say, act your age, not your shoe size. How about that? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And you short and fat. You look like you could have took the woman, but you were scary. We knew that off the top. You knew what you said was wrong. And you still, you should have, you know what? You should have took the wig off. You should have came out with your hair undid. You should have been unkempt. You should have came out and had that song, In the Eyes of an Angel. You should have had that playing in the background and be like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You need to learn acting, girl, because this is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is insane. And then where your nose at? Oh, okay. She got a short snout, like one of them stubby ones. Ooh, that means she nosy.
I would have declined speaking
smell
with her
what you
as
thinking.
she led with the interview's premise.
Ooh, this is one boogaloo, 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 honey bunch. You know that I hate you. Whoa, this boogaloo. All that forehead, all that forehead. Why they ain't got no hairline? Is that just natural that their hairline's supposed to be around where they ears at? That ain't natural. Even babies got a little bit of a hairline. They ain't got nothing. Well, let me stop. Maybe she a baldy. Maybe she bald. What's that on her neck? Girl, you gon'. Oh, Lord. Baby, look at my chains. They hang. I know my beard is fluctuous. I know my beard is fluctuous. But look at my chains. They hang, baby. You gonna give yourself a tracheotomy doing that. Look at that. That thing, is it in your throat? Ooh, child. Jesus help her. Yeah.
Or had I known that Savannah's entire rhetoric is to rage bait, infiltrate, and
real?
manipulate people that she invites on her platform to interview and then forces her ideology.
You see how it sucks, even with the ignorant? It sucks because we all saw it, but nobody else. Like, ignorant people don't see it. Dumb, low IQ individuals, you know, non-unique thinkers, they didn't see that. She tried to do air quotes and she did this. She can't even do gestures the right way. She can't pronunciate gestures with her body the right way. What is going on here? Somebody come get Puma and take him back. Because it ain't a Kuda Matata in right now. This is not right. This is not right. That woman got a head the size of mine. That is not natural. For a female, no. You can imagine if a female had a head like mine, her shoulders would cave in. She walk around like them big fat white. Her shoulders would cave in with a head like this. This woman holds it and she whipped it around. She whipped it around. Girl, that neck gonna break like a Chico stick. You better calm down.
She's down their throats.
Uh-oh. And then she said
I'm
throats.
sorry. I wrote something down just because I didn't want to miss any of these points.
I bet you did.
I don't want my words or anything else to you know, just turn it to
She wrote it down because it's hard to recite Google word for word.
something else. Yeah, so she professionally rage baited me. Then
Shoot her.
This video, as of now, has altered my life
Y'all
drastically.
remember? Yeah.
The internet is
Y'all
literally
remember off
making
of
me
Happy Gilmore? Shoot her. Every time he hit it in the hole. That was the corniest. He would be like, Shooter McGavin. That was his name. Shooter McGavin.
a
Shooter.
political mortar.
Oh, man.
When I simply
Good movies, man.
that
Back in
women
the day.
should have
Good
the choice
movies.
if they want to become a mother or not. When Savannah asked, so you're saying kill foster kids? When I said, yeah, why not? It wasn't saying killing living, breathing children. That was never the message. The point.
Okay, so you said it, but what you said didn't mean what you said. That's what you're telling us. Because what we saw was she asked you, so you're saying we should unalive children in foster care. You said yes. What's the point? I'm not fixing to be paying for somebody else's mistake. That's what you said. Now, we're supposed to interpret that as you saying something that's going to make sense to the world now, something that's going to make us feel better about you. Now we're supposed to convert that into that, transform that. Nah, you want us to morph it into it. Nah, it ain't happening, man. We saw the video. We saw what you did.
If a woman knows that she's pregnant, it's early enough that she can terminate, and she feels
this is crazy, man. This is crazy.
She'll be abusive, or she just cannot provide.
This is insane.
I do feel.
Here's the thing. You know how you can tell when somebody's lying and they know they caught and they want to just try to get out of it? Excuse me. They stutter. She keeps stuttering, flipping, tripping over her words. I don't understand why. Maybe it's just delusional vision. That's what it is, delusional vision. The delusional vision is a concept of what women see, period. Not reality, it's what they see in some men. It's called delusional vision. That's my word. They'll sit there and they'll look at something and they see something, but they don't see what they're supposed to see. Like, for instance, she probably looks in the mirror and says she's a 1 out of 10, she's a 22. She probably looks in the mirror and says she looks better than some of the most beautiful women in the entire world. Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? Angelina Jolie in her prime, Renee Zellweger in her prime, all them fine women, Halle Berry in her prime, Kelly Rowland, all of them. She's comparing herself to them. That chick in Belly. Whew. But that's the crazy thing. She's comparing herself to all of them and saying she looks better than they do. In her mind, that's the delusional vision. But once you show her reality, she throws a fit. Now it's become different. Now it's, woe is me, nobody cares, everybody doesn't like me, and I want everybody to listen to me, and I wasn't wrong, I didn't do it. But I guarantee you, she wouldn't stand there with her hands handcuffed behind her back and let that woman assault her. Let her get her lick back. You hit her without her even knowing, so you'll know, but put your hands down and let her pepper your face up. If your intent wasn't to do that, then let her get her lick back. You won't.
That it is best for her to have the choice.
That woman will train for 3 months and
as opposed to having a child
like them slap contests. You better sit down.
Care system. There are over 400,000 children currently in foster care.
Thank you for the Google.
40% of those children have reported
This woman is.
You know how you can tell she's ignorant. Thing about it is, when she was asked in the interview, she didn't know any of this. Now all of a sudden the reason why you wrote it down because you had to Google it. You Googled something to tell people that's how many people you said should be unalive. That's what you did. You're just digging deeper and deeper in the hole. We're like, okay, you said all these kids in foster care should be unalive. We thinking, oh man, that's messed up. There's some kids out there. Then you put a number on it and we're like, oh my goodness. You done dug the hole deeper and added water to it. So now you're sinking.
Is allergic to accountability. Yo, she's essentially saying,
a lot of women
I'm
are.
sorry you made me punch you in your
Not
face.
Not all, but there's some out there that very real are. Look at the girl that got young Scooter unalive.
What?
Yeah, this is crazy.
She antagonized me and baited me into being violent. Nah, bro.
You walked in as you're just a violent person.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah, evil person.
It's kind of hilarious
just
too.
Plain and simple. You're evil as all get out. You
it's
have
like losing a conversation and then going home and thinking of some great talking points again, and then it's too late.
Yeah.
So she does that, but
to me, it's like when you were young and you was like a youngster and you get in a fight or something, or you get in an argument, and then after you leave, you be like, man, I should have said this and this and this. I could have said this, and it's like you wish you could have got that retry. That's what she's getting though. She's trying to get the retry. That's what most of them do. They want to get that retry.
Try to have the conversation again. She then tries to rattle off the statistics on live as if we're not past the point of arguing.
We've been past that.
We're past the point of arguing. We're past the point
Yeah,
of
we've been past it, Flacco.
We are past the point of even like knowing like what y'all was debating about or who was right or who was wrong.
We're
once you put your hands on that woman, that's where we're currently at.
Yeah,
you put your hands on that woman,
you ain't got nothing to say.
You're going to jail.
Yeah.
And now you're trying to shame people or guilt trip people.
You should have never touched
for you. When no, bruh. People who put hands on people should lose their job.
Yeah.
People who put their hands on people should go to jail.
For no reason.
People
if she
who put their hands on
assaulted you.
people shouldn't get $11,000 of free money.
Real talk. I mean, I get it. If you were defending yourself, that's a different story. We're not saying you were, but you weren't. You know, that woman was interviewing. She had her hand out with the microphone in her hand. She was talking to you, and she was going back and forth with the microphone, talking to you with her hand on her. You know, I think her hand was on her hip. And then you waited till she was opened up, wide open, and then you went off on her. You took off on her. Bah, 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 bah. And then you ran away. We knew you were scary. But now you're going to have to go to a place where you can't run. You're going to have to go to a place where you're going to have to stand up. You can't hit and run now. You can't do that. You know what happens to instigators and people who throw rocks and hide their hands in jail? You're going to find out. Ain't she, Smith Cartel? Tell her. Tell her, y'all. Tell her. Tell her. Shoot, I don't even know where you was at with this, but you come to Texas, you come on vacation, you leave on probation.
Money because, like you are catering to a bunch of psychos, right? Who believe that violence is the answer for political, or social economical debates. This is just insane.
Savannah has controlled this narrative definitely
very
for
low
too
IQ,
long.
you can tell.
People are calling me a leftist and a delusional Democrat. Yeah. I am being cyberbullied and body shamed by not only Savannah, but her thousands of supporters.
You've been body shamed before. Man, you better stop lying. Man, now we know she lying 110%. You talking about you've been body shamed online. You've been body shamed all your life, girl. We saw the video looking like a water buffalo when you was walking away.
Also, my family's information. I've had strangers go to my previous residence in regard to this incident.
Why'd you say it? You should have watched your mouth then.
I'm fearful for my life.
I'm
fearful for my well-being and the well-being of
Nobody
my family.
Cares.
Savannah has used this clip as an opportunity to finally have her social platforms go viral and monetize off of my back, basically. Get it
right. Get the word right.
I can't even
get the word
get
right.
my thoughts together. She
get the words
currently
right.
has several GoFundMe accounts. She has gained a large audience.
And this is all over a provoked
attack. I hope the people who can see through her malicious ways stand with me in solidarity.
Nobody can see through it.
As I try to clear my reputation.
Oh, brother. Now she's trying to galvanize like minds. And the sad part about this all is, I don't think she will be unsuccessful in galvanizing.
Nah, she won't be. She'll get
There's a lot more people like her out there than y'all think, brother.
Yeah.
I was on Twitter and I'm watching people celebrate her. I'm watching people
she'll get it.
Like root for her because she punched a woman like during the debate.
Yeah.
So people who are, again, I guess pro or anti-pro-life, they're really out here rooting for her because like for some reason, bro, like we've gotten to a point, especially when it comes to like Twitter discourse, like we're so far apart that people are now treating certain discussions as if you're speaking to your enemy. People are no longer looking at these discussions as
it's like
I'm speaking to somebody who just happened to disagree.
Everybody
but we all want
now.
The best for society.
They're oppositions.
So people are treating like the opposition when it comes to these,
it's oppositions. They want to go at it.
Enemies. And when you start
trying to unalive each other and everything,
you become okay with them being brutalized for their opinion. Because you don't see them as human. Like, you don't humanize them.
I look at it and say it's still assault. Because if that woman would have pulled out a pistol and popped her, then it would have been a different story.
A lot of attention and a lot of
she
followers.
She deserved everything she get.
Yeah. That's
you assaulted somebody. Yeah, you assaulted somebody.
To take that beat down from a woman 120 pounds heavier than her.
I'm talking about big water buffalo.
4 to 5 inches on her. For her
big
to take
water
that
buffalo.
beat down from her, subscribers, followers, money.
Heck
That's the least that we could do for Savannah. Now, I'm not saying that Savannah don't go around, like rage baiting trying to clip form and grab clips, that's cool.
Don't matter. She ain't put her
What
hands
I'm
on
saying
nobody.
man, is if you don't want to engage anymore, you could walk away.
Yeah, you could just walk away. You don't have to. You don't have to touch
move
nobody.
Move your 2 legs and walk away from the conversation.
Yeah, because you're gonna jump off on the wrong person, and you ain't gonna walk away anymore.
Upset that she has a community of people that's been riling around her because we don't believe that a journalist or somebody who's trying to be assaulted, trying to interview people, should be brutalized is crazy.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure you'll be able to galvanize people around you, but
it's just crazy.
Like that
man.
community is probably the wrong attention you want anyway.
I'm telling you.
I'm happy that Savannah has found success. I'm happy that the attack didn't go in vain and is paying off for her.
Yeah.
But this woman right here trying to galvanize people after us seeing what she did, it's just insane, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this, bro? Do y'all feel like
I'll be honest with you, man. I'm gonna give my opinion on that because I seen the video way before, and then I just now saw that they got the lady. Honestly, that lady deserves to go to jail. She's a menace to society, man. And she's just an equivalence to them women I do not like, and I've told y'all this. Same one that got young Scooter unalived. The same one that on that other video that I had. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I've told people this story. And people say I'm wrong for it, but I tell it straight up. One of the things that I learned in life is that women and men, there's a story that I always listened to when I was young. It was about Adam and Eve and how Adam was in the garden and Eve told him, hey, eat this apple and, this, that, and the third. And Adam ate it, my uncle used to always say, that by nature tells you that women since the beginning of time are meant to be deceitful. They're meant to be deceitful. Now, a lot of people, put the word deceitful with something bad, but it can mean there's different reasons. A woman can probably be deceitful for her survival back then. It could be anything, but he said that's a woman's nature is to be deceitful. It's since the beginning of time. And it's a man's nature to be deceited, I guess the word is. But, to be able to be, for her to use it on him. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's like that woman and anyone that's like her, and there's a lot of them out there, they do that same thing. They sit there and do something and then they victimize themselves afterwards when the consequences come. They're happy that they did it. They're happy. They'll go up and start talking and throwing out names and words all the time. Excuse me. But they'll sit there and, they'll sit there and they'll say, oh, yeah, you baited me into this, or I wasn't ready for that. I didn't know this was going to be on this, and I didn't know that. No, you didn't. But the thing is that you still acted the way you did. That's your natural. See, what that tells people is that's how you naturally are. You're a natural menace to society. And the fact that you can walk around thinking that that you're somebody special just really behooves it, especially being the way you looked. You should have not. Because, see, I can see through all that, the weave and all that stuff. I can see through all that. All of that. You ain't fooling me. I know you ain't got no hair. I know that you probably don't shave your armpits. I know you probably got I guarantee you right now, if you went in her house right now, her kitchen got dishes in the sink. Her trash is probably overflowing. I guarantee you go in her room and there's clothes on the floor. Clothes somewhere on the bed. There's probably clothes in a basket sitting there that are clean. I know it hurt because I'm hitting home with people, but that's just being real, man. Don't sit here and try to make like you something that you're not. You hit that woman, you assaulted her, now you got to deal with it. You can't put your hands on people and say, oh, you know what? Oh, this is bull crap and I'm black and you can't do it. No. Now you got to handle your business. You got to, what they say back in the day, you do the crime, you got to do the time, baby. Y'all all doing that. I didn't do it. I only unalived 12 people in front of cameras and cops and judges. Oh, okay, we'll let you go home. Go ahead. You had a rough day. Have a good day now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the hell, man? What the hell you mean? So, at the end of the day, like I said, man, it's a lot of that. But y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Poetic Flacco. Y'all like and subscribe to the Smith Cartel channel, man. We're going to keep reacting and stuff, man. I'm glad they got this woman, man. They needed to. You know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous, man. All right. I'm Hefe, And I'll see you on the next one. To my kids and my niece, I love y'all.